There's three moments that really are like seared into my brain from the day. The first one was the start, being on the Verrazano Bridge, which is like this 2 mile long bridge that leads from Staten Island to Brooklyn. And it's just this moment where it's like, I'm really here. Like, wow, like we're doing it, we're doing the thing. And over on the horizon, like you see the Manhattan skyline, um, where you know that that's where I have to finish. So the only way there is on foot. New York City Marathon was amazing and also insanely hard. It's easily one of the most electric atmospheres I've ever been a part of. The way that the entire city kind of comes together and like cheers on the runners as the marathon like comes through their neighborhood, you can like sense like the pride that everyone takes in it, and it was really special to see. Big city marathons kind of bring out the best in like humanity on the day, because it's just like such a celebration. And it's like everyone's just like so wholesome and just cheering people on, and the runners themselves are like just unafraid to be caught trying, and it's just this kind of beautiful thing. I'd say it got real at mile 19. This is about as hard as I thought it was gonna be, and it became, as much as it was physical, it became really mental. And I just had to really like segment the race, like, okay, like just run the mile that you're in, like get to the next bridge, get to the Bronx, because that's where we were, and easily like one of the hardest moments. And the other really like hard moment was they call it the Fifth Avenue Mile. It's mile 23, completely uphill, and you can't see the top of the hill. It's just this really daunting like segment of the course, but there's like so much support, and luckily I had saved something for that moment, so I was able to get through it. And then the final moment is Central Park, mile 24, and it was like beautiful. It was just like lived up to the hype. You have all the fall trees, and like you're going through the windy roads, and it's just amazing. I had never been to New York, so for me it felt like a once in a lifetime experience to tour the city on foot in that way, and it ultimately ended up being the largest marathon in history, so that was pretty special to be a part of. Performance-wise, I ran a 2-minute personal best, finishing in 2 hours 46 minutes and 3 seconds, which is about 6 minutes and 20 seconds average pace per mile. I finished in 724th out of over 55,000 runners, which was I think the top 1.5%, so that's how it went. Experience-wise, it was a 10 out of 10, and I'm super grateful that I was even able to get to the start line, because there were moments in my build-up where I really questioned it, and I wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to make it there healthy, so grateful that I was able to even finish. Performance-wise, I'm both proud and disappointed, if I'm completely honest, which I feel is okay to admit. I'm proud that I covered the marathon distance faster than I've ever been able to do it, which is never lost on me. Yeah, so I placed 724th, which is nowhere near top 100, but part of that is that I grossly underestimated the time it would take to place in the top 100. 100th place this year was around 2 hours and 29 minutes, and my goal was 2 hours and 39 minutes, so that 10-minute gap was like not even in the realm. It wasn't even the same race. The time is arbitrary, right? Like it wasn't really about hitting that. It was more about getting the absolute best out of myself. And part of that like bit of disappointment that I do have from the race is that I just have this like visceral feeling that I have a little more to give, and that I don't think I've gotten the best out of myself yet. And I just think I know I'm capable of more, so that's kind of where that comes from. Next for me is going to be a break from the marathon for a bit, Signed up for the Chicago Marathon, but that's like 11 months from now. But larger than running, really what's next is sort of reimagining how I'd like running to fit into my life, and what other kinds of things I can achieve through running and storytelling since I've been able to do this. The journey to New York wasn't perfect, but because it wasn't perfect, it gave me the opportunity to reimagine so many different things in my life. Whether it was reimagining training through injury and how I was able to get through that, or reimagining how I showed up for myself in the school that was meaningful to me. And hopefully that was able to inspire at least one person to maybe set a scary goal that excites them and achieve something that they weren't sure if they could do or not, and really just feel alive in every sense of the word.